So joining me now is Dr. Greg Hampikian, a DNA expert and professor right here at Boise State University. Dr. Hampikian is also the director of the Idaho Innocence Project, and your research was really key in this case. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks
First
for
of all,
having me here.
your reaction, we were talking earlier, Greg, and you said, boy, I didn't expect this.
Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise because what I was told was that statistically they send it back down for review to the middle courts. This was the top court. If they wanted to challenge the previous decision. This is the fifth time this case has been in court, right? So lost, won, lost. You know,
the never-ending case.
Yeah, it's been a real trial for the people involved, all the people involved. I mean, a trial of their lives, awful time.
Well, what do you think this says about really the evidence that you came up with, which was that all the DNA evidence that they had, it seemed to indicate any sort of guilt, was most likely contaminated?
Right. We did some work at Boise State in my lab to show that the one piece of evidence that they were using to inculpate Amanda was a knife, a kitchen knife. And the DNA experts in Italy hired by the defense had done some work on it. And then we did some experiments where we actually showed how you could get contamination on the knife if people weren't changing their gloves when they collected evidence, for example. We actually did that in the dean's office, collecting soda cans from people at lunch with gloves, not changing our gloves, unpacking a knife from the dollar store with the same gloves, and showing that DNA from the people who handled the soda cans, even though they never saw the knives, ends up on the knives. When you look at a very sensitive level like the Italians did in this case, which I think was their mistake.
Makes you wonder, looking at any other cases over in Italy, if this is how they did things, how many other people need your help.
Yeah, and you know, I just want to say that these are worldwide cases. We also worked on a case in Taiwan where we were able to free a man last year, the first case for the Taiwan Innocence Project. We're working in Liberia. I'll be in Ireland, a project we helped start there as well. So it's really a worldwide phenomena. As the instruments get so sensitive, it used to be I needed 1 million cells of DNA. Now 5-10 cells is enough.
Have you talked to Amanda today?
I didn't. I talked to her family. They're all at the house together, and so I talked to her aunt and some others. I think they're just passing the phone around. They're getting a lot of calls, I imagine.
It's just such a huge day, and really there is nothing else that can be appealed on this.
I'm told. Yeah, I'm told. I mean, I was on the BBC radio with Carlo, the lawyer who you just saw, and I was listening carefully to what he said, and they asked him, can anything be done? He said, no, it's over. So there might be some smaller civil issues, but the criminal stuff is over. Yeah. She's free.
Well, great news. Well, Greg Hampikian, thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know it's been a long day.